Right, we're back with another episode of the On The Bench podcast. I am your host, Jay Dunn. This episode 38. We're doing well, lads, man. Doing well.
That's the whole Prem season, isn't it?
Yeah, 38
games. Yeah.
We skipped ahead.
No, we're behind.
About a year and a half.
We got relegated.
38 games in 2 seasons.
We got relegated. But yeah, episode 38. I'm proud of doing well, guys.
Is that a compliment from the boss?
Yeah. Compliment for the gaffer.
First time ever, isn't it?
Who's boss? I'm self-employed.
Alright, well, we're not doing good. Anyway, no, we're doing brilliant, man. Well done, lads. So let's keep it up. Right, and on the bench today, as Tone just said before the cameras are rolling, he's looking Buscemi-ish today. We call him Marky Mark, a.k.a. Mr. Half-Timer, a.k.a. the Italian... Oh, I'm not going to call it Italian. The Italian, I was going to say Stallion, but that's a pause.
Oh my God.
The Italian man. How you doing, Marky, man?
Yeah, good, mate. Bit tired. I was up at 6 a.m. today, but
Yeah.
I'll try and bring some energy to the pod, I
Yeah,
promise.
please, man.
What are you doing up at 6?
Working.
Having some bread and like olive oil.
And olives. You giving olives.
That's what them Italians do, innit?
I do eat a lot of olive. It's just funny because obviously we've only known each other like a fairly short while, but like I get rinsed by like my friends that I've known for a long time, olive jokes all the time.
Serious. So when you go to Nando's, you get like half a chicken and 30 olives.
I used to get the olives from Nando's bang, to be
They do
fair.
bang.
They
They
do
do. I don't
bang.
know what
they're-
They're a bit
Yeah.
pricey for
Yeah.
what they are. Like it's a bit of a stush portion, but they do bang. They're high grade olives.
Fair enough,
They are.
fair enough.
They are.
And also on the bench today. Oh man, I was grilling him. He's got his easy on the Jericho. Follow the drip.
Just let your soul.
I swear this guy comes with a new look every other week, bruv.
I can't look good. I can't look good for
I
the
don't know
pod.
what to call you today, man.
Haters.
Nah, not at all, mate.
I don't know,
Because
man.
this guy looks like a Freddo, that's why.
Whatever, man. Alright, on the bench today anyway, Mr. Tony Tone,
What's up, peeps?
aka you're not even drinking today, man.
I'm not.
I know, man.
Not even narcos in either.
Nah, I don't know what you are.
I don't know what I am today. I don't know.
You're dripping. That's what you are.
Nah, listen, yeah, my hair girl, she's getting a new little studio thing, so I ain't got my hair done in a while, so it's just sort of,
So what'd you do? Just
just a
threw
bit of
water
water,
and
a
stepped
bit
out.
of curl activator, you know.
Just a bit of olive oil.
It's a bit.
olive oil.
Oh, man.
Covered it with some olives. And also in the corner today, we've got Mr. Frankie Frank, aka Mr. Talk to Frank. Man United won yesterday, man. We was at the game. He was happy he had to keep it on the low, he had to keep it stealth. He was in the Fulham end and couldn't really. Oh, there's another Man United fan next to us though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like, Man United as well. He won £600. He's like,
Nice little
sick
wager.
game though, man.
Yeah, it was
We saw Greasy Arms as well. Shout
Right
out
in front of us,
Shout out
innit?
to Ore. He's right there.
Adama.
You didn't grease your arm just
Yeah, it's all over there.
Was you at the game, Tom? Tom stole his oil.
Stole his baby oil, man.
What am I getting cut for?
That's right. That's the point. That's why he had a stinker in it. Traore in it.
Stole the baby.
Too easy to catch when he hasn't got the oiled up arm.
Yeah, trust me.
I'll take it.
Oh, sorry, yeah, man. Right, we're going to jump into the first topic today. Michael Oliver again. Oh, man.
Michael.
You, Michael
Every
Oliver.
week, you.
Every week, you.
Another dodgy decision. Sent off Lewis Scully. Who? Scully.
That's his thing. He gets the names wrong,
Yes,
man.
that's
It's,
just my thing,
it's his thing.
Scully.
man.
Lewis wearing a Scully.
Yeah, he sent him off. It's debatable, though, because when I saw it in slow motion, he studs. It could have looked like a dangerous
Yeah,
challenge.
but
In play, it could have looked like a dangerous challenge, but
It was a dangerous challenge.
what do you guys think?
I don't think you could see like the studs up thing that fast in Michael Oliver's position. But anyway, I'm sorry. The only people that think that was a red card are Michael Oliver and the PGMOL are backing him.
I don't know. It's sort of halved Twitter and even pundits' opinions.
I don't know. I'm thinking that most people are saying that's not a red, and usually people like to stick it to Arsenal.
It's not a red card, man. For me, that was not a red card. I've seen worse challenges than that go unpunished. In fact, I think we'll probably come onto it as well. The João Gomez one on Jurian Timber, the one that got him a second yellow, was a worse tackle than
Yeah,
the Skelly
definitely.
one. without a
much more
doubt, because
dangerous
he's
tackle,
caught him
yeah.
on the bone of his ankle, and his foot's almost folded, and he's only got, I mean, I say only, obviously he got him a second yellow and he got sent off, but that for me was a straight red. Worse than a Skelly challenge. Although I do kind of agree with Tone a little bit in a sense where I don't think, I do agree with him a little bit in a sense where it wasn't as sort of plain cut as we're saying it was, like, oh, definitely not a red. It wasn't a red card for me, but at the same time, I can see why it was given now that I've looked at it 2 or 3 times, if that makes sense.
See, I said it was a yellow until I saw the angle from the front where you sort of see in between their legs, and I haven't seen the actual full clip of like where it was on the pitch or the context, because someone said he was like breaking through, but he was like 70 miles away from.
It was just
More
outside
than
his own,
that.
it's just
More than
outside his
that.
own box.
It's just
80,
how he's made
90.
the contact, because even if he's meant to trip him, like he's not tripped him. His foot,
It's like
his foot's actually hit his
Inside,
studs have touched
yeah.
his legs and then slid down.
yeah.
I can
So-
see what you're saying, but for me, Michael Oliver, I don't really think he can see that, and I just don't understand why he's not being sent to the screen.
VAR should have overturned that.
But what I'm saying is not only should they have overturned it, like why are they not saying, you know, that you should go have a look at that.
Why
Just
would
go
they-
have a look at it.
Why would they have turned it over though? Because it's not clear and obvious.
This is the thing. This is the thing for me. It's not clear and obvious, but for me, it's not a red card. It was a yellow card. It wasn't a red card. So for me, it is maybe not clear and obvious, but it's an error. I don't think it was a red card for me.
I think what it is where a lot of people's upset is Michael Oliver hasn't given cards for more dangerous tackles in the past as well. So this is where it's like, how is that a red? But this challenge here is not a red. Who got the stud in their chest one time? I can't remember who it was.
Big Mac.
Yeah.
McAllister, yeah.
Have you
Was
seen
that,
that?
was that
I've got
Doku,
that,
wasn't
I've
it?
got
Yeah,
that.
Doku.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
yeah,
have
Doku.
you seen
I've got that on my list.
That's what, that tackle? Have you seen that it's on the Premier League website for an
Yeah.
example of a high challenge?
Yeah, and it wasn't punished.
And they didn't
No,
give
no
it.
penalty.
Yeah. No, mental.
No
That is
penalty.
wild.
Arguably could have been a red.
And then the Wolves, Arsenal against Wolves, the guy strangled
Oh yeah, it was Havertz.
strangled
Yeah,
Havertz on
it
the
goes
floor.
down and it's
No,
that's like, that's
Mosquera,
such an
Mosquera.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
The finger in the arse as well. Was,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. The cheeky
That's-
finger.
Let's just stick to the football here.
that's
Yeah?
some sort of orange red card, you know.
whoa, man. Yeah, so there's been challenges that he hasn't given out a card. We've got a list over there.
Yeah,
We're
well, I
prepared
mean,
for it, ain't ya?
listen,
That's
like,
very calligraphic.
yeah, I wrote this in a bit of a rush.
Show the camera just a quick flash of your.
That's bold in italics
You
right
written
there.
signature- you written signatures.
Wait, let me see that. Did your kid write that?
Nah, you
Not
written-
that bad, look, man. It's all joy.
He signed it.
No, but listen,
Like a
like
Christmas list.
Michael Oliver has got bias against Arsenal, okay? And I'm gonna name a few, okay? Well, he's got bias towards Man City, okay?
Don't you?
Yeah.
And look who we're playing next.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
well, Miles Lewis Skelly, yeah,
He's been playing.
Send him off because he's the pinnacle.
Is Oliver going to be refereeing that game?
Hope not.
No, but City of Arsenal next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he going to be refereeing that game?
Hope not. We hope not.
There's just a lot of like very strange things. Like for example, today I was looking. So like they're saying Michael Oliver has been abused on social media, right? He hasn't got a social media account, so how are they abusing him? Referees get abused every single week, so why is this like a big deal? Do you see what I mean? It's a bit weird that the PGMOL are saying that and backing him. It's all a bit strange. But for me, the biggest thing is he has been paid to go referee in the UAE last season, and he got paid £20,000 to do that by the owners of Man City.
It's dodgy, that,
dodgy.
isn't it? Yeah.
Stinks.
Yeah. You should, I don't know how they've allowed that, to be fair.
It's just a conflict
How
of interest, isn't
it's
it?
a conflict
Yeah,
of
it
interest,
is,
but I
yeah.
just like there's been so many decisions now where it's like Michael Oliver just shouldn't be reffing a game involving Arsenal. He just shouldn't. There's always controversy, but look, let me go through this list if I may. So obviously Nathan Ake goal, Leno's like clearly obstructed. It's like a bait offside against Fulham. This is just last season,
I remember
right?
that, yeah. Wasn't that
Yeah.
Akanji? I think it was Akanji.
Was it Akanji?
Oh, no, Akanji was standing in the way, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, it was
I
Akanji.
remember that, yeah.
That wasn't given. And let's not forget about the Kovacic second
Yeah.
tackle.
Yeah,
that one
was
you
a
can't
definite.
argue.
Come
That is a
on,
double
mate,
yellow,
against Man City at the
Yeah.
Emirates last season. And Howard Webb said after the game, he said Michael Oliver doesn't like to
Ruin big games.
doesn't like to ruin big games, like
When
big
they-
occasions.
When they come out and say stuff like that, it's just
Yeah.
like mental.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
agree.
help their credibility.
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't make sense. What do you mean they want to ruin a big game?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Part of
saying.
That is the
Yeah.
most obvious second yellow you will
It's
ever
like them
see.
and
That was a
then-
mad challenge.
You can't. It's like the argument I was having about us when they were saying, oh, you don't give penalties in those games. but they gave one against Rasmus Højlund on Rodri at Old Trafford when the referee didn't even give anything. The VAR gave it, and who was on VAR?
Yeah,
Michael
Was that the
Oliver.
pull? Was that the pull?
Yeah,
Mate, come on, man.
That pull was a joke as well.
Does man. Well, go on.
Obviously, we got the Doku free kick. The Kung Fu kick on McAllister.
that was
That's mad. No pen given against City.
You know what they said though?
Liverpool.
They said he got the ball. They said he got the ball first, and you can see when you watch it back on VAR, and even when they slow mo it, the ball's spinning like this way. I'm gonna do my little avatar movement. It's spinning like this way. Yeah.
Drips don't drip. Watching the edits, are gonna make them put water splashes. Alright, okay, go on.
Wait, should we do like a hair commercial?
Go on. Sponsors.
Head and shoulder. No, I'm joking. I don't have dandruff. Anyway, the ball's spinning this way. Yeah, hits McAllister's chest, and then you see it stop rotation and start going the other way, and then Doku Kung Fu kicks him. Stupid.
It's a pen, arguably a red. Michael Oliver. Jack Grealish, blatant handball in the semi-final against Chelsea in the FA Cup.
That one I don't agree with.
You don't agree with that one?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one on a long list.
He jumps, it hits his hand. It's not. He didn't mean to.
So he's given fewer yellow cards to City than any other of the top 8 clubs.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
47 games he's officiated for City, not one single red card.
Wow. To be fair, I mean,
Throw it at the camera.
That's a good shot.
That's a good shot. That's the money shot.
You.
I was gonna say, to be fair, City have the ball 90% of the time,
Yeah.
so you know what I mean. It's not like,
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's not
at
the
the same
maddest
time.
stat,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
It's dodgy.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for stuff like, and this is not a conspiracy theory, but I just don't think there's enough refs. Why are you reffing Arsenal games? Like it's just there's always something. So I just think you should be able to say no, we don't want that ref.
Well, Arsenal have had 19 red cards since Arteta's taken charge.
We've had the most.
So is that?
But that's not all Michael Oliver, is it?
No,
You-
we're
you
saying
lot-
is it?
I
no,
think it's a
is
combination of both.
No,
bias.
is it disciplinary or is he biased? Because we do get a lot of red cards now. So
I don't know, man.
Bit of
You
both. Might have a
guys, I'll be
disciplinary
honest with you.
problem.
I said this to you lot on a podcast a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you're not gonna like this, but I feel like you bring some of it on yourself. You don't help yourselves sometimes.
I agree with
with the time wasting and the delaying and the dilly. That I mean, one of the red cards, for example, was Trossard when he kicked the ball away. One of them was Declan Rice when he knocked the ball away. And again, both of them are debatable, they're arguable,
That's
but you don't.
very debatable.
But you don't help yourselves. Is what I'm
The
saying.
law, they are.
Yeah,
double
you don't help
Yeah,
yourselves.
Doku,
So
like,
what's
kick the
happened to
ball
the
away.
law? But they don't do that no more.
No, what I think's happened is that there was so much of an outcry after the first. So you had the first one with Rice, letter of the law. They always do that thing where they change the law at the start of the season and then they're fucking shit hot on. You know, it's too bad. they're hot on it, you know, and then it'll die down later on in the
Yeah,
season.
I agree.
The Trossard one, was it 2 weeks later or a week later?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
A week later.
Yeah, a week or two later. Yeah,
a week or
it was
two
it was
later,
very
you
shortly
do it
after.
Again. It's fresh in everyone's mind. They're going to back themselves
Yeah.
and double down on it.
Yeah.
But then now, because of how much outrage it is, you got everyone crying about it. They're more lenient to it, and now it gives Arsenal the opportunity to cry about it and say, "Oh no, we don't." Everyone else doesn't get the yellows because of you guys moaning about it initially. Now they've calmed down on it. Do you
No
get what
one's
I'm
talking
saying?
about Everton doing it. Everton are big players in the time wasting game.
No, but it's kicking the ball away and them not like.
Yeah, I mean
penalising
that's
people
another
for-
Michael
for
Oliver
it
one
now.
that was on the list is Doku like kicking the ball away against Arsenal like
Yeah, but
right in front of
no. I
Michael
don't
Oliver.
agree
That's
with that
last
one.
season.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that one. No.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
we
are you
had
talking
a-
about this? Are you talking about this season's one?
This
The game
season,
that we
yeah.
had.
This
It was this
season.
season.
Like,
No, I don't
poke
agree with that one because
Oh, we had
that
a
one.
fight about this.
Yeah, we did. No. Let's not get into that one. I'm not getting into that one again. We've had that debate. That was not a second yellow. No way. That wasn't.
But if it was Arsenal,
Good.
all right, I'll drop it.
All right. Also, the FVCS, is to replace VAR.
Who?
Yeah, sorry. So
FVC.
this is something I saw. It's kind of mad that FVS
Yes, FVC.
to replace VAR. So they're trialing it out.
What does that stand for? Do you know what it stands for? FVS.
Don't know.
Fair enough.
Skip that. Cut this out.
Just cut this out.
17 minutes.
17 minutes. Let me write that down.
Nah, just keep it. You don't know. You don't know the anagram for it.
I
Explain it.
can-
Explain it.
Yeah, I don't know what the anagram is.
I'm gonna-
That's
I'll
fine.
Google
That's
it.
just
I'll
me
Google-
looking.
I'll
That's
help
just
you
me
out.
looking
I'll help
bad.
you out.
Yeah, you find out what it
FVS.
means. But no, basically, they're trialing out to replace VAR. They're trialing out a system where a manager has what they don't know, like if they do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Where they have a certain, like they can call out a decision instead of
Yeah.
a VA, like a ref, video ref. They say we disagree with that decision. you have to look at it and reconsider it.
Kind of like in tennis.
The manager.
Kind of
Or
like in tennis, where they get a review.
Yeah.
They get a certain amount
it's
of
a review.
reviews. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they can
okay.
say, no, we want that looked at.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think that's a
okay.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trialing it in the women's under-20 World Cup and also
Serie
Serie C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay,
it's just
interesting.
the football video support. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
What, you didn't know that?
That's poor. That is poor. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah, but you
joking, I'm
won't-
joking.
See, you won't need that though if you could just use VAR properly.
Properly, yeah.
they
Because,
can't.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
All that is limited VAR. That's all it's going to be. Okay, yeah, we'll do a VAR check. Each team gets 3,
That's better, though.
and then that's it.
I prefer that.
Why?
Would you not? Because I want my team to be able to say, I want that looked at.
Or you could just.
I would want my manager to say, I want that looked at.
but- Why would
Arteta
you-
will want throw-ins looked at me.
But why would,
Yeah, but if there's only a certain amount, you're like, oh, should I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
contest this one?
yeah.
Am I going to use my
Yeah,
token?
And,
Why
and,
would
and,
you
and if,
need
and
to
if it
do
gets if it gets overturned in your favour because you're right to call it, then
You
I think
keep
you
it.
get to keep it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit like they do in tennis.
Mate, that's good.
is it
I
though?
think it's a good idea.
Is it though? Because or you could just have it all the time where you've got competent refs that can just go, hold on, that looks like a foul. Yeah, we'll check that. Foul, we'll check that. Corner, we'll check that. He's bit his ear.
I agree. And that's what I thought would happen when
Suarez.
VAR. That's what I thought would happen when VAR came in. But
Yeah.
It hasn't been like that, and I don't
But-
think we'll ever get that in England.
I mean, you look at the semi-automated offside. Just use it. Like it's been there for 2 years now, and you're still not using it. Just use it.
yeah,
it's
there's
quicker.
no excuse
That's
for
a
that. Like goal
that's a
line
money
technology, the offside thing should be used. AI,
Madness.
automated, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes.
German league's open to trying it as well.
I reckon it'd be good, though, man. Would you want it?
I kind of see what I kind of see both points. I do understand what Tone's saying. I mean, imagine you're playing in a final, for example, and you've used your free reviews in the first sort of 80 minutes, and then something in the 90th minute is stone wall,
But you got
and you can't review it. I know, but
Because you might use it in a moment and you.
It makes it like
Makes
slightly
sense.
more tactical, but then it's just so redundant to have when you've already got the system in place, and it's just
And
being
do you know
used
what?
by idiots.
do you know another thing? Certain managers will start using it to delay tactics in stoppage time.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Arteta.
they'll
smart
try.
though, like, look,
they'll
let
try-
me-
yeah, kick someone and let's review it on
Yeah.
VAR. They'll do something silly like that.
Break his TV. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But VAR is not working, and that is down to human incompetency and bad refereeing. But it's not working,
Yeah,
is
that's
it?
AI suit anyway. Doing it all.
Well, do you know what? We actually had an interesting chat with Tom last week, just before we jumped on, and obviously he supports West Brom in the Championship, but they don't have VAR in the Championship. And we asked him, didn't we? Would you prefer like watching games with VAR and without? And he said no, still without. I prefer it so much more without.
Serious?
Yeah,
He said because it evens itself
Yeah.
out, which is
yeah.
it's true. It's just swings
Does
and
it?
roundabouts, isn't it? Yeah, to an extent.
What do you think?
Not if you're
Do you actually
Arsenal.
prefer VAR? We didn't even discuss that.
It
Well-
takes away the magic.
I mean, you look at it's. I don't know, man. It's hard, man. It's hard
Why don't you
because
just Why don't you just forget VAR and just do the? Obviously, you got the goal line thing. That's worked. Well.
Hawkeye, yeah.
But just the offside. Just do the offside automatic thing, and then just
What,
leave it
allow
at
the
that.
penalties and everything else you say?
Yeah, because it's just too much open to interpretation, especially with like handballs. That's like just an absolute minefield of penalties. Just offside and goal line.
How about we do this? We just no ref on the pitch.
Go on.
No ref on the pitch. Extra, hear me out. Extra VAR cameras, and then just one.
What AI?
Just one ref on VAR. One ref on VAR. Something happens,
What, it's like a big whistle that blows.
and
That's
then
dystopian.
What they do? Just go.
through the stadium, a little.
It's like Squid Games. Everyone freeze.
Red line. No, yeah, but how's he gonna win? Yeah, that'll be a bit mad. It's gonna be like that soon, though. More than likely, the way the
Yeah,
world's
so
going futuristic.
They're going to make like big changes to football in the next 3 to 5 years. You can just see it already. More and more
Playing
changes.
football, they'll just be-
There'll be like sensors on your shin pad and like the studs and the shin pad, and if they get touched, the computer will go off.
A
So
bit
you
like
know
they
if
do in the
it's
cricket,
stuck.
in it with the little when they nick it and they see if stuff like
Nobody
that.
watching cricket, man. Come on.
Yeah, neither do I. To be fair.
Yeah, what's happened to this podcast? Let's get back to
Anyway,
talking about
yeah, let's
right,
talk
cool.
about
Let's
that,
go
yeah,
back
yeah.
to the football. Right, Leicester pulled themselves out the relegation battle against Tottenham. What's going on with Tottenham, man? Angie's on a.
Let's all laugh at Tottenham.
We're mutual. I go to different stadiums. Tottenham, I'm not a part.
I'm not mutual.
You're not
neither
mutual.
am I.
No, you can't be.
Tottenham get battered even when they're home. Tottenham get battered even when they're home.
Even when they're home.
Yeah, what's going on with Tottenham, man? Vardy as well. He celebrated. He done the
Yeah,
old,
he's
He
like,
loves
have
it.
you got
He
one of
loves it.
these?
He loves
Have
it.
you got one of these?
He loves it, man.
captain shithouse, any
Yeah.
captain of the
He is,
shithouses.
yeah.
What
Did you
a
lot watch
lad.
the game? Did you lot see?
I caught some of the highlights.
Yeah.
What did you lot think about Maddison? I feel like because they said he was sore and he couldn't play.
He can't do 90 minutes at the minute, can he?
I don't think. I think it's deeper than that. I reckon he might have been dropped to the bench and he just thought, no, I'm not playing. Then that's what I think. I don't think he's because he wasn't even on the bench.
Apparently he's
Overrated.
got dodgy ankles, isn't he?
I don't know,
He's
man.
made out of
He's always
breadsticks.
injured.
He's
It's a
made
cover
out
up.
of breadsticks.
He's always
No,
injured.
Maybe.
let's talk about Maddison. He's overrated, you know, and even Ange said like it's moments with him. You know, it's just moments.
Mm.
There's no consistency.
There was consistency though before he gets injured. Like last season, he was arguably
Balling.
like top 5 best players in the league in the first half of the season.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was quality at
And
the
then
beginning.
what was his injury? Because it was quite a big one. He was out for a while, like 2-3 months, wasn't he?
Because there was
Come
talk
back.
about. Sorry, go on, Karen.
I was gonna say comeback performances obviously dip, and then there's this thing where Maddison he's like second half of the season Salah as well, where he's good first half and then second half performances just always dip with him.
I hope so.
He always gets injured though, and it's his ankles. At Leicester, has a lot of games out. I think he's had like 10 games out one season. Tottenham injured again, so he's constantly injured. It's his ankles. But anyway, back like what you were saying, beginning of last season, there was talk about him and Odegaard, like who should have.
Yeah, I
Arsenal
remember that,
went
yeah,
for,
yeah.
and is Maddison better? So he does ball, and Odegaard's inconsistent as well. Very inconsistent.
I mean, not in terms of like his conducting on the field. I would say like that's one thing I will say about Odegaard. I've withdrawn a little bit from the world class thing. I've sort of come down a few pegs. I think Odegaard's like his passing's always on point and his work rate in the middle of the park. It's I think it's there every game. Just his like shooting
I
and
want goals and assists.
yeah, I hear you.
Stat boy over here.
So you won't.
Stat boy.
Would you want? Would you want
At least he's got a parameter.
Do you
I
want
want
a player?
both.
So
I
which one
want
in your
both.
team? Do you want a player that passes the ball well
I want both.
and you're not scoring goals?
I want
we're,
it all.
we're struggling to score goals right now.
He grew up on watching
So,
Steven Gerrard, didn't
All
it?
that
So.
passing. what's it
Wait,
there?
is that a dig?
No. I'm saying
Is that a dig? It
It's a
sounds like a
compliment.
dig.
It's a
That sounds-
compliment.
no, that sounds-
He's on
that
edge.
sounds
He's
like
on
a
edge
dig.
tonight. He's on edge.
He's actually
He's on
so
edge.
You said you want a player that you like it all the passing he does.
Yeah, I just think like in terms of like the phases of like bringing the ball forward, like Martin Odegaard's very good at doing that.
Where's that
Yeah,
getting us
Maddison-
right now?
Sorry.
I think that's other players, mate, that are letting him down. I think like
Well, Odegaard?
yeah.
No. You're having a laugh.
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause
You're having a laugh with
you
that.
could be-
A
looks
lot of the
good,
team
but
hasn't
what's it doing?
performed.
It's not doing nothing.
Look at like Havertz
Yeah,
on the
a lot of the
weekend. He
team
missed so
hasn't
many
performed.
chances. Sitters.
You're right. A lot of your team hasn't performed, and Odegaard's one of them. He's a big part of it.
He's not performed as well as he should. And like last season, he looked a lot better because everyone was scoring like willy nilly. But you look at the weekend, like Havertz is missing open goals, like really easy headers.
That's Havertz, though.
That's your
man. He
manager's
has
fault
those
for
moments.
signing him.
Well, let's get back to Tottenham because we're going.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
Right,
digressing way too
yeah.
much.
And she's still there. Do you reckon they're gonna hold on to him to the semi-finals?
He's
Or-
starting to get a bit. I don't know if you saw the footage of when he was walking down the tunnel when one of the Tottenham fans had a go at him saying we're going down with you, and he just turned around and reacted. He said, "Who said that?" And
He's a feisty one.
Yeah,
We didn't talk last week when the match of the day interview were like, oh, it seems to be like a common theme.
Oh yeah.
It's like great way to start an interview.
Yeah.
So itchy.
Yeah, he's feeling the pressure, man, and like you got to feel for him because like, we talk about injuries all the time with every team. I get that, and a lot of it is maybe his style of football. He might be responsible for it, partly responsible, but it's a lot of pressure at Tottenham, man. It's.
He said a few
more
weeks
like there's
ago
no
that it was
pressure.
a harder job than being the Prime Minister of this country.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
You should try to become
He
a
said
Man
being
United
the
manager.
manager
man.
of Tottenham was a harder job than being the Prime Minister. You can't argue. It's a bit easy to get like W's as the
that's a
Prime
crazy
Minister. Do you know what I
statement,
mean?
though.
That's
That
mad.
is, isn't it? Yeah, that is.
It's hard though, man. But if they do get through to the final, then
Yeah, but they won't know the way they're playing.
Yeah.
They're going to come to Anfield, and we're just
smoke.
Yeah.
honestly.
The way that they're playing, yeah, he's
Slot
right.
might get charged for murder that night. I don't know.
Unless Romero and Van der Ven are back, that might give them a bit of a chance. But I can see them going all out and then getting them too injured again. Honestly, I can see them. Honestly, I can see them pulling another muscle like in that game, like getting stretched. And
Was his fault that the was it Vicario and
It's Van der Ven.
and
and
Van der
Romero.
Ven? He
They
brought them back too early.
yeah,
that
Van der Ven
game
definitely.
against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Was it?
One of them wasn't. I think Was it Romero? Romero
He
was
rushed them back too soon.
No, Romero was a different injury. He came back and then he got a different injury that game.
To be fair, I mean, we don't know because sometimes it's the doctors, it's the medical team and everything that say, yeah, they're good to play. Obviously, they do fitness tests and everything. So if they've passed it, yeah. And you know, yeah, it's not just going to be,
That's
you
the
know.
players as well. You
Yeah, the players,
like
exactly.
Van der Ven, he said after the game, like Van der Ven said he was all right to play.
Yeah.
Romero was actually back fine, like I just said, but he
Different
got,
injury,
I
yeah.
think back in the day, they used to inject them up, though, innit? And say, come on, we need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henderson's
Do
been.
you reckon they can
bad
get
at that.
relegated, though?
Nah,
Yeah, I
Spurs,
think it's
no,
definitely
no,
possible.
they
ain't
Look
getting
at the
relegated, man.
fixtures,
We're
mate.
going to games. I'm going to read the fixtures out in a sec. Do you reckon
Mate,
they
this
can get
is
relegated,
wild.
though?
No, I don't think.
Nah.
No, they're not going to get relegated,
They're in
man.
free fall, mate. When you're losing to Leicester at home,
Is it one win in 8 games or 7 games they've got?
At home, yeah, 1-8.
Yeah.
They've got some hard fixtures. They've got Brentford away next. Then they've got Liverpool away in the cup game. Then they've got Villa away FA Cup.
L.
Manchester United at home. Ipswich away, hard game. That can be a tricky one. Man City at home. Bournemouth at home. Fulham away, hard game again. Then Chelsea away.
They won't all be L's though. Like
Yeah, they'll pick up points.
anything can happen in
I
football.
don't know, man.
I
Brentford away
could
is a
see
tricky
every
one.
single one of those being an L.
Yeah, you can see it
On
but it's
paper,
never-
Apart from the
it's-
cups, they could get a shock result in the cup, not against Liverpool, against Villa.
They
Yeah, but
might
it's-
put a
it's-
draw somewhere.
It's never the case though. It's never the case. Like City earlier when they went on that 11-game no win spell, no one saw it. Every week we're saying, nah,
Yeah.
City bounce
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
City are gonna win. I'm putting in my bets.
No, I
Everyone's
agree with
putting
Tom.
in the bet, you know?
True.
Yeah, but when you look at their squad, when you look at their injuries, and you look at what the teams that they're going to play have to play for,
So.
it's wild, mate. And Ipswich done them on the previous fixture earlier this season. Ipswich beat them. That's like their only W is against Tottenham, isn't it? No, they've got 2 Ws, but one of them is against Tottenham.
Yeah, but you just never know. Who did Brentford just play this weekend?
Crystal Palace.
There you go. So
Right. So, sorry to interrupt. Tottenham are 8 points clear of the relegation zone as things stand.
yeah, they're not going down.
They're not
man.
going down,
Anyone
mate.
saying they're going down
Yeah.
is just an idiot.
Like I said to you guys before, Spurs and United aren't
Wishful
relegated.
thinking.
It's wishful thinking. Wait, can we sit here
That'd
and
be
give
funny.
Leicester some props as well? Though,
Yeah, I
please?
agree,
Because
yeah.
for the whole season, all right, they've actually not been playing that bad.
Mm.
When you sit down and actually watch their games, they play some good football. They're sort of like Everton last season. How I said, they don't miss. They just miss their chances a lot. I think they were wrong in sacking Steve Cooper earlier in the season because they were a bit premature with that one. He was above the relegation zone.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I think like 4 points clear or something of everyone else. They weren't, like I said, playing bad. And Ruud's finally got his second win under his belt.
Yeah, that was moving on to my next question. Do you think he can get them out of this relegation battle? Or will they kick on from here, or
I'd like to see, obviously because of him, I'd like to see them stay up. And going back to what Tone was saying, the fact that they came back from 1-0 down at half time, second half, what that must have been some team talk, by the way. At half time, innit? They scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, wasn't it? Straight at the start of the second half. And with regards to whether they can stay up, you know what? I feel like, so you've got Southampton, they're gone. Then you've got Ipswich.
They're
What?
gone. They
You
are
think
gone.
so?
No,
Yeah.
I think Ipswich still got a chance.
They're
to
gonna
get
get
So
themselves
results,
out,
you've got
man.
man.
They're
Ips,
gonna get
realistically,
They've
you've
got
got
3 points
Ipswich.
against Tottenham coming up.
So you've got Ipswich,
Hate.
Leicester, and Wolves.
Wolves are staying up.
I think those 3,
You say that.
2
but
of
you
those
never know,
3,
man.
I reckon
If
will go
Cunha
down.
gets some
Wolves are in
transfers,
trouble,
Cunha
mate.
is he still looking to leave, or
I don't know. They want too much money from him. I don't think anyone's going to pay that kind of money. And I'm looking at it now. I mean, Everton will stay up because Moyes is not going to let them go down.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But
Everton will
it's going
stay
to
up.
be Wolves and
And I mean,
Ipswich,
even
Leicester.
looking at the goal difference, because
Battle.
at that level, goal difference can make a big difference. It's like an extra point. Everton are -9, Wolves are -20, and they're in 18th. And Leicester are -24, they're in 17th with 17 points.
You know, it's interesting. Like, if Leicester hadn't got this win, like my attitude towards them and sort of how this segment, I was going to talk in this segment, it was going to be completely different because they were a mess. Do you know what I mean? We're forgetting about like the news that was coming out of the camp. Like, he had a massive bust up with that
Yeah.
Bonanotte, who's an absolute player. I've seen him play live.
Who? What?
Oh,
Who
that was
did?
with you.
Supposedly,
That's
yeah.
when we went to the Emirates. That Bonanotte.
Yeah,
Was that with
he's
you?
a good
Yeah,
player.
he
He's on loan
sick.
from Brighton.
Yeah, he's
not
sick.
that good.
He's a pretty nifty little player.
And Ceesay's better.
And then
I
there was
like him,
another
yeah.
player that he like called him out for, like Ruud called him out for his boots, like saying like, "What are you wearing these stupid boots for?" I mean,
He's
I don't
old
know
school,
exact-
isn't he, Ruud?
Yeah, and like the guy went above his head and went to the like director of football to like grass him up.
serious?
Is that what they're
doing now, yeah?
And they had like a big L earlier in the season, and they went like clubbing, like, you know, things were bad, and then like they've gone and got this like W, but yeah, they're in trouble, mate. Like, this is just. So is it like Ruud van Nistelrooy being
I think he's right. I
a
mean,
legend, or is it
he's,
Spursy being Spurs?
It's it's Spurs.
I think it's
being
Spurs, yeah.
Spursy,
Spurs.
But
I think so.
It is just a good result for Leicester to get the 3 points on the board.
I can
Like,
see them
what does
going.
it, like, it's just a mad appointment. Like, what does Rude know about like getting them out of relegation? Do you know what I mean? The guy was just chasing like the biggest titles and scoring goals to win championship.
Managing it. Where
It's
was
just
he
like, what does he know? It's just a
PSV.
weird appointment.
They managed at PSV.
It was like seven L's in a row until.
Well, they were going to get that anyway. With Steve Cooper, they would have been on a losing run. They were sort of on a losing run. Anyone who's going to go into that managerial job, they've not got the best squad. It's inevitable, so you can't really blame Rude. You just got to give him his props for getting the points and also, hate on Ange for it. Who's very on thin ice. His interview, even after the end of the game, he said he doesn't know if he'll be in charge for the...
Is that what he said?
Something like that, yeah, for the semi-final. He said he might get sacked before then.
Did you see the banner? Did you see the banner in the stands? 24 years, 16 managers, 1 trophy.
Yeah, Levy out.
Levy
16
out.
managers they've had.
Yeah.
That is mental.
That's a very
How many
powerful
managers
banner.
you had?
Since Fergie.
Yeah. You lot are
6,
Seven,
I think. 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
You lot are catching up.
Oh, no, I see on the way in here as well. Ryan Mason could be the interim manager if they
Oh,
sack
time.
for the
No,
third time.
don't say that.
Genuine as well.
I won't name the betting website, but they've got like a funny Instagram page, and they did like a little skit where like Ryan Mason's like sort of poking his head into Andrew's office, like, oh, you're still here? Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, sorry, you're all right. Just waiting for his turn.
They're getting pammed in it. Spurs on the socials.
Pete. Right, I'm going to move on. Bournemouth smash Nottingham Forest.
Who saw it
5-0.
coming?
No one saw that.
Nah,
coming.
no one. Well, what we done predictions, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't you say Forest would win? And you had a big Forest win as well, didn't you?
I said draw.
We said
I said
1-1.
draw.
We drew. We
What
said
are your
draw.
predictions? When was that?
Go back and watch it, guys. Go
What?
back and watch it. You had a big Forest win
On
as
the
well.
Tom, on the Tom episode.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But no, man.
Do you know what? Forest weren't even that bad though. I watched the
Yeah,
highlights.
they
Like,
weren't
Forest had
terrible.
Loads of chances, like they were at the races from the off, but Bournemouth.
I
was
think it
amazing.
got to the point where when Bournemouth hit, I think when they got the second goal, after that, I think Forest knew the game was done. And then when it went to 3, it was like they just capitulated after that, and it was just
Is this the end of Forest or? You reckon?
no.
Bounce back from this?
They'll bounce back. They'll bounce back from that. They got some leaders in the team.
Hey, one of us said that they ain't going to maintain it a few weeks ago. I don't...
Yeah,
Oh,
I was saying.
I never said they were in the title race. That's for sure.
No,
Not
we
in
talk
the
about
title
top
race,
4.
I'm
We said
talking
top
about top
4.
four.
I said that they would because of their defense, and then they've gone and got slapped for 5.
I
But
said
to be fair, that
Bournemouth
yeah,
are good though.
yeah.
Bournemouth slapped Newcastle the week
Yeah.
before.
Iraola is out here. You got to call him like the barber or something because he's over here giving man fades. He's taking scalps. Arteta, Pep, Ange,
Amorim.
Nuno, Amarin. Who else?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Eddie Howe.
Everyone.
Everyone's
Everyone
getting
but
licks.
who?
Yeah.
But who? Huh?
There we go.
Our manager, Arne Slot.
What was the score against when you played them?
I don't care. All I
Did
saw
you
was
beat
3
them?
points. We beat them. We won.
Oh, you beat
We
them.
won.
Okay,
That's
fair.
right. Big W for Liverpool, yeah. And their centre back pairing, Zabani and Hoosen.
Hoyson, yeah.
Hoosen. However you pronounce it, I keep getting it wrong. Like you.
Houston
They're,
sauce.
they're like unbeaten. I think they're unbeaten together in like 8 games.
That's really.
And they had injuries
like
as
that,
well
yeah.
in their front line. They didn't even have
Mate,
their first choice,
they've got
front three.
9 players out.
Like that centre back pairing when they've played together, I think are unbeaten in the last 8 games.
Well, you got them next. You got them next.
And we're also the last team to beat them with that centre back pairing.
Oh wow.
Yes, you do have them next. What a game! What a game!
We're
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, we're
Bournemouth
away.
are at home. And well, look, you know what? We touched on Utara last week, and he banged a hat trick, man. And one of those goals, that header. Did you see the header? He leapt like a salmon, mate.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
and
was
looped
really
over the
good,
goalkeeper.
mate. He
Quality
got up
header.
high, Yeah, proper. Yeah.
You know what? Semenyo,
Falcon.
Clivert,
What?
salmon.
That's saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jump out the water.
I don't know. I don't know.
So it's because they swim upstream. Like,
He ain't ever been to a pond or anything. Come on, man.
yeah. Just caught a salmon in a pond.
salmon you
Or like
eating,
robbed
bro.
a salmon from a shop.
No pond salmon.
Threw it in the pond. No, Clivert, Semenyo, and Utara, those 3, man. Like Clivert again.
I didn't realise he's the son of a very famous.
How can you not realise
No,
that?
I just.
I mean,
like,
how,
I put two and two
There's
are
together.
you
no
for
way.
real?
What did he say?
His,
He goes- he
his
didn't
dad
realise
was,
he-
what's his dad's
Patrick.
name
Patrick
Yeah.
Kluivert.
You didn't know that that's his dad.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That is a
Can we cut
terrible.
that?
Yeah,
That's mental.
that is what made
You being
I don't know,
serious?
I don't know.
You're not being serious.
Well, no, I put 2 and 2 together. No one told me.
Well, Kluivert.
Who's getting into it? No one's going to text you. So, by the way, Kluivert. You know Kluivert's dad's Patrick Kluivert.
I'm pretty sure they
Football
reference him
legend.
every other time
Mate,
when
do you
he's
know
playing
what it is,
anyway.
mate? I'm really bad with names.
Yeah, but
They have the
Kluivert
same
isn't a
name.
regular name.
I'm just really bad with remembering names. And,
That's a bummer club.
yeah, can we cut that?
No.
No.
Okay, cool.
You're doing the rounds on socials, but you're going viral,
I'm
mate.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been up since 6. So that's,
Yeah, but you didn't realise that the day before yesterday or the week
Moving on.
before
We
either.
spoke a lot about Bournemouth last week. Let's move on.
All right. We said it start of the show. Me and Frank went up to the Man United game.
Little date, yeah? Date night.
No, I don't do dates.
Not quite, mate. No, not quite.
No Eiffel Tower, no.
No, Eric.
Au revoir.
Decent for parking, isn't it?
Why?
I was really surprised how close you can park to the stadium. It's just really
On a
nice.
Sunday. Let's not make people go down there thinking they can park.
No,
Only
it's any day
Sundays.
of the week,
No, it's not. Sundays. aren't
Ah.
Doris doing a shopping, parking down one of the
Yeah.
side roads.
Go and get
I don't
people
know.
tickets, bro. It's
I'll
only Sunday,
take a
guys.
picture of the parking restrictions. We'll get it on the socials for
Yeah,
the
Sunday,
travelling
Sunday.
fans.
Good game, though. Decent game. Boring.
That was a boring game, man. It was a boring. But you know what? That was perfect. That was 1-0 win, clean sheet. I wouldn't quite call it a smash and grab because Fulham weren't exactly sort of, popping off shots every 2 minutes or whatever. But first shot on target, 70-something minute for us. Deflected goal. Yeah, loved that. And there was a bit of
The beef.
the beef between Adama Traore and Lissandro Martinez. So for those who don't know, I guess you guys know, but for those who don't know, earlier in the season we played Fulham first game of the season, and there was an incident running for the ball going towards the byline when Lissandro's given Adama a little nudge when they were shoulder to shoulder, and he's dropped on the floor. And then after the game, they'd done an interview with Lissandro Martinez, and then he was like, "Yeah, I put him in the gym." And then the next day, Adama's tweeted saying, "We will meet again later this season." So he was on it, yeah. And then as soon as he came on, you just knew that something was going to
Fouled him in
happen.
about, what's it like?
5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes.
Love
But then
that.
but
Love
then
a little feud.
Lissandro tried. Did you see what he done? He tried to jump tackle.
Yeah.
And obviously he
loves
missed
one of
him.
them,
Yeah,
doesn't
he
he?
loves that.
Mario
Yeah,
Hop.
and he come off worse. But I actually think he was feigning injury just to sort of get the referees on his side because he knew that was a dangerous tackle. But then he come up trumps with that winning goal, man. So
I
Adama,
had it on in the background while I was cooking. I saw that clearance off the line. That was such a good clearance.
that was
Who
Toby
that? He was
Collier.
a young
Collier,
lad.
yeah, Toby Collier. That was important. We were right behind that, weren't we? When Joe Anderson got the flick on, and then Collier's cleared it off the line. No, important result for United. Good win. As I said, clean sheet. We haven't had many of those. On to the next one, I guess.
Who you got next?
Palace. No, we've got a Europa League game on Thursday, then we've got Palace.
I mean, Tottenham have got a Europa League game, and then everyone will think everything's fine again, and then the reality of the league will kick in on the
Shout out
weekend.
Zertsky as well, man. He tried to get the shot.
Yeah, so I had a quick chat with Joshua. I was trying to get. You know what? Should I tell the Fulham story first?
Yeah, go on.
So Fulham play. Obviously we're front row, so we're trying to watch the game, and the
Yeah,
game's all on the other end. And like Fulham players are sitting there, like standing there warming up.
right in front of us.
Instead of warming up, they're standing right in front of us. And I'm
Watching
like,
the game.
after like a minute or two, we gave it a bit of time, didn't
Who
we?
is it? Pereira. Remember this face? I'm gonna at you as well.
Munoz, Pereira, Adama.
Yeah,
And I was like, lads, come on, you're supposed to be warming up. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it. And then Munoz just turned around and looked at me, and I was like, keep it moving, bro.
they started running,
And then he
didn't
started running. Everyone's like going,
they?
hey.
Started doing their warm up.
And then obviously Xerxes was there as well. And I just said to him, I was like, Josh, give me a shot after the game, man. Come on, be nice.
First name basis, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, bro.
And he didn't say anything first. Then he turned around and he was like, I can't, bro. I'm not allowed. Sorry. I was like, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
no
because they're in
problem.
the home end, so like obviously the optics wouldn't have looked good if you're giving a shot
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
to
they're not allowed. Yeah,
to
if it was away, yeah, it's fine.
Just tried to show Frank. So
Imagine being scared.
home
of
screen
rules.
was like a Man United.
And then I was trying to tell him to. Do you remember every time the ball was coming in our like section, we were getting him to stand up when he was on the bench podcast.
Or was gonna be on TV.
Free
marketing.
advertising. Yeah. Literally, every time the ball was coming, he was just standing up. He was just
Like
standing up. I was like, stand up. We were pointing at him like
Company men. I like that.
It was a good laugh. We had a good laugh, man. What about the burger?
Oh, this ain't a burger challenge, buddy. This is inside the stadium. But Fulham burgers inside. 10,
Yeah.
banging.
Took a while to get one, didn't it? But when you did,
it's banging. 10 out of 10.
Wait, actually, side note, real quick. Yeah, I ran into someone who has seen our podcast, and he's a Tottenham fan, and he was saying that he knows exactly what burgers you're on about. And
North London burgers.
Yeah, he's like,
North London's finest
he's been to a
burgers.
Tottenham game. He was like, they are lame,
Shout
by
him
the
out,
way.
yeah.
So, yeah, whoever just
That was a decent burger.
It was decent.
Yeah, I thought
Quite
that
a few
was a
people was in comment like, those burgers are banging. The Arsenal one I dropped the other day, someone's like, that's my go-to burgers, and I go Arsenal, banging. So yeah, keep them coming.
What did you think about Amarin's comments after the game about Rashford?
That is got to burn, mate.
I mean, was he talking? Right. So, one thing that we forgot to mention last time when you were saying Rashford's been hung out to dry. One thing that we forgot to mention. Don't forget that Rashford went behind the club's back and done an interview with Henry Winter and said, "I'm looking for a new challenge." Or I would like a new challenge. That's not.
Maybe that's just to show face because they obviously said, "Look, we need to sell you because of
No, that's not to show face because at the time he was still in the squad.
His idea.
No, at the time he was still in the squad.
Yeah, and you're still in the squad.
You're still in the squad, yeah.
You're still in the squad after.
But with regards to what you're saying, I mean, Amarin will definitely come out and say that he was talking about the whole team. Anyone that's not pulling their weight. I mean, you look at Garnacho. Garnacho has been linked with a move away, and he was dropped for one of the games. But he's come back and he's Chelsea and Napoli. But he's come back and he's fought and he's been training hard and he's been working hard. And like I said to you guys last time, look, we know that managers nowadays are disciplinarians. Well, they always have been, really, haven't they? But they're disciplinarians.
I know, but he's really dug him out there, mate, saying I'd rather pick the 63-year-old goalkeeper coach than him. Do you know what I mean? You say diplomatic stuff like, listen, I pick whoever's training the hardest. And,
it's to prove a point. Obviously he doesn't mean it. Though. No, it's not disrespectful. He obviously doesn't mean it. He's basically saying, if you're not going to pull your weight, you're not getting in. No matter what, I'd rather put someone else in. Anyone in.
Yeah, but you don't do that publicly.
Well, what was the question that he was asked? Do we know what the question he was asked was? Was it specifically about Marcus Rashford or was it about the team?
I think it was about Rashford.
I think it was about Rashford.
Yeah.
That's what.
But I feel like
you can't disrespect him publicly.
Yeah, but I feel like he's basically saying if any player, in the team, whether it's Rashford, whether it's Garnacho, whether it's this Bruno Fernandes, whoever it is, if they're not working hard, then they're not professional. Then you're not going to get picked. And I'd rather pick someone that is going to be coming to work on time every day and putting in the work, no matter who they are and what they're doing.
Fair enough.
So,
Speaking of putting in work, Hoyland and he's going on Hoyland and he's.
I'm glad you brought this up, mate.
What in the game?
I'm glad you brought this up.
He's sneaking under the radar, and he's
not.
terrible,
I want to say sneaking under the radar, mate. If you look at the socials, he's getting obliterated.
38 Premier League games.
Yeah, not in a row, by the way.
Yeah,
that's just
like,
like,
in total, it's mad.
Yeah, he's struggling, man. He's
Did you see
struggling.
The other stat about how in the Prem this season, Martinez has had more shots than him.
Yeah, I think Edison for Man City has had more goal involvements than
yeah, because he's
Rasmus.
got that one assist to Haaland the other day.
Two, I think.
Even yesterday, he was getting bullied, man.
Yeah, I think.
He had 11 touches, I think.
Yeah, the problem with Rasmus, I feel like he fights too much with the. I do that. I just naturally do that. I feel like he
He's like Ty from Arsenal.
Don't ever compare me to him, bro.
Yeah, me and Raz.
Ever.
Me and Raz.
Thing with Raz is
Marcus.
No, but he's more focused on getting in a physical battle with a centre back than actually trying to, control the ball and bring players in. Whereas if you look at Xerxes, obviously he likes to get control of the ball and bring players in, which is what Hoyland's got to try and do.
Tries,
yeah.
Emphasize on the try.
No, he's been all right recently, man.
He had 8 touches.
Yeah, but he came on as a sub.
32 minutes.
Yeah, but he came on as a sub afterwards, and that was shortly after we scored. He came on just a little bit before we scored, and then after we scored, it was Fulham. We were under the cosh a little bit. Fulham were attacking, trying to get an equaliser. But in the last 2 or 3 games, 3 or 4 games, he's been decent for us. I've seen the improvements. But
we're gonna address the elephant in the room, man. Like,
which is,
like Lukaku, mate. Lukaku was what 3 mil more?
Oh,
3 mil more he cost, and he got what is it? 34 more goals. 34 more.
Yeah, but
goals
Lukaku was good for
in the
United.
same amount of time.
Lukaku wasn't bad for United.
Career.
Yeah, but hold on. Look, Romelu Lukaku scored 48 goals in 2 seasons, give or take, something
he's
like
a
that.
good goal scorer.
42, something like that. He scored 40 odd goals in 2
seasons.
seasons.
It's just a comparison, but like Hoyland's getting away with murder. Everyone's making excuses for him. You just did a little.
I didn't make up an excuse for him. What was the excuse I made up for him?
What?
I said he's too busy wrestling with a defender than trying to bring players in. You know what I mean? But at the same
Do you want
time,
him out the squad then?
no, I wouldn't say I want him out of the squad. He's still a young player. We wanted Harry Kane, but we weren't going to get Harry Kane because we couldn't afford Harry Kane. And that's, you know what I mean?
So made it work.
Hey,
You could have made
no,
it work.
we couldn't have made it work
You should have
because
got Harry
Yeah,
Kane
you lot
about
are in
8
trouble
years ago,
financially.
yeah, I agree.
realistically.
We should have bought when we bought Lukaku. Funnily enough, I wanted Harry Kane at that time, and Lukaku we paid 75 million for. Kane would have cost us about 90 odd million at the time.
But even 2 years after that, you could have got Kane for
Yeah.
100 mil and you didn't do it.
Yeah, we do, yeah. I mean, but this go. Listen, recruitment, United. Let's
Yeah.
not get into it. But no, Hoyland's not been good enough.
I have a
Xerxes
question.
not been good enough.
Right now,
So who's the answer?
if we gave you the option, would you
What,
have Nunes or
out of who they've got?
What do you mean
That's
Nunes?
good.
Nunes or Hoyland? Who would you have in your team right
which
now?
Nunes? Darwin Nunes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's like battle of the.
Yeah, but
Battle of the
Darwin Nunes doesn't fix
pitch.
our problems either, mate. He don't fix our problems either.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
if
you
you
don't
put
fix our problems either.
Hoyland's brain in,
Oh,
in Darwin Nunes.
Hey, I don't want to hear no little striker chat from you over there when you got Havertz.
Havertz is
in
better than
your
all of
team.
them. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
mate,
Havertz is
Havertz.
better than
you
all
lot
of
weren't saying that 2
Mate, I
weeks
need
ago. That's
Havertz
all I'm
stats
saying.
right now. I mean,
Havertz
Havertz
is better
stats
than all
are
of them.
decent, mate. Yeah, he's better than both of them.
Havertz
Easy.
stats are decent apart from he can't put the ball in the back of the net.
them. More than who?
Hoyland's a better finisher than Havertz, by the way.
Huh?
Hoyland.
Show me.
Hoyland.
Show me the stats.
Check the stats. Check Hoyland's conversion rate. Hoyland's a better finisher than Havertz.
It's easy to have a better conversion rate when you shoot once in 48 games.
Yeah, but he's
That's
clinical.
why.
He scores.
Your
Havertz misses too many
centre back has
chances.
more shots than your
Check
striker.
out conversion rates.
Check Martinez's conversion
Check
rates.
out conversion rates.
Because they're probably is Martinez going to be a better striker than
You're
Hoyland?
crazy.
Okay, so minutes played: Havertz 1,752, matches 20 to Rasmus Hoyland's 18. Is this just in the Prem or is this in the season?
That would just be. It depends which website. you've
8
checked out.
goals Havertz, 2 goals Hoyland.
Yeah, but that's not the
goals
conversion
per
rate. though.
match, 0.4 to 0.11. Sorry, 0.40 to 0.11.
2 assists.
2 assists, no assists, Hoyland.
Not
Goal
looking
on
good.
assist.
It's looking,
Yeah, no, but you're bringing out the wrong figures. I'm talking about conversion rate. I'm talking about when he gets chances, he's more likely to finish them than Kai Havertz.
How? When?
Because I've seen the conversion rates. I've seen them. I've seen the stats.
I've seen him convert live as well.
Yeah,
He
okay.
don't.
He doesn't
listen,
convert.
you're the one that
He
goes
doesn't
by stats
convert
normally.
anything.
So wait,
Where am I becoming a
I'm
centre
giving you
back
lot. Hold on, one second.
How are these stats? What are these stats based on? When he gets a chance?
So, in comparison, when Havertz gets a chance,
Yeah.
when Hoyland gets a chance,
Yeah.
most times he'll finish them. But he's not getting any service. This is another argument that United fans are having. He's not getting any service.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Do you understand what I'm
He's got his
saying?
touch out. He's
So
got
you're
his
saying in a
touch
better
out.
squad,
So,
he's
okay,
more like...
so for example,
Yeah.
if Hoyland and Havertz had exactly the same amount of chances this season, and Hoyland was playing in Arsenal team and had all those
That's what I'm-
chances,
yeah, I was gonna
he's
say
more
that.
likely to have scored most of those chances or more of those chances than Havertz.
Possibly.
Do you understand?
I get what you mean.
He's got a better conversion rate. Now, whether that conversion rate is 1 in 2 because he's only had 2 chances in the last 10 games, and Havertz is 2 in 15.
That's what I mean, mate.
Do you
Everyone
understand?
just makes excuses for Hoyland.
I'm not making up
getting away with
excuses.
murder,
No,
mate.
no, he's not getting away with murder
No, I get
because
what you're
I've
saying,
just
man.
told you. Listen, there's big Man United accounts on socials who are defending him because he's getting so much abuse from the fan base. So no one's not like, believe you me, he's not getting away with anything. Do you understand? But it comes back to the old point: criticism is okay, abuse is not. So to answer your question, no, he's not getting away with murder. Believe me, he's well aware of what his shortcomings are, but you've got to support him. He's a young player. He's only 21 years old. You can't sit there and just, do you know what I mean?
It takes time as well. Man United ain't in the best.
Exactly. United,
form at
yeah,
the moment.
exactly
Yeah,
If
that.
they get going, if
Yeah.
they was going and he's playing like this, then you can say, look, he's not a good striker.
Yeah, and he got brought in
Everybody's
to lead the
playing
line for Man United at 20 years
come
old.
on.
It's not. It's.
In
I
a
mean, he's
poor
not. He's
Man
not
United
Wayne.
as well.
Exactly. He's not
Yeah,
Wayne
Robbie
Rooney.
Right now,
Sure.
Hoyland's conversion rate is 17% in the Prem for this season.
And Havertz?
1 second. Keep
Okay,
talking,
thank you.
keep talking.
No, I think do you know what it is? Poor kid. I mean, how old is he?
21.
21. This is down to the hierarchy of Man United paying far too much money for players like that, and then they've just got far too much pressure on their shoulders. It's not his fault. He didn't ask to get signed. He didn't get asked for those wages. I mean,
This
obviously
is what I'm
he's happy.
saying. Yeah, 72 million. Yeah, we know that wasn't the value. The true value is about 40, 50 million at most. But Atalanta wanted more money, and United were desperate for a striker, and they went and paid it, like we've done with Anthony, like we've done with Harry Maguire, like we've overpaid of how many players? We do it all the time.
You know,
Have you overpaid for like Harry Maguire? I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously it was a lot of money, but
What was it, 85 million?
80
he's been a
million,
good
yeah.
servant to the club. When you look back on it,
But
he should have the captain's armband. Really, do you know what I mean?
That's
he
another
just doesn't
argument.
start every single game. That's why. But he's a better suited captain. He's a better leader, I would say. get stuck in. I don't know. But you lot are in trouble, mate. Money-wise, like, what are you?
Yeah, PSR.
You're
in
making
trouble.
like 300 million loss a season.
Something like that, yeah.
That's why obviously you're thinking about selling Garnacho. But yeah, you were just buying players on Tik, thinking that you get back into the Champions League, and it hasn't happened. You're in trouble.
Yeah, we are. But the only way to solve it is to start selling players. That's why Rashford's up for sale. Garnacho is not necessarily up for sale, but if someone comes in with the money that, I mean, I think it's actually worth more than 50, 60 million personally when you look at what other players have gone for.
Yeah, I agree.
Rashford.
No, Garnacho.
Garnacho.
But didn't you buy him for?
No, we got him for he was like 100, 200,000.
60 million is fair for him, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't.
Yeah.
Pedro Neto went for about 60 million.
Pedro Neto's better than him.
I don't think he is. I don't think there's much difference between them at all.
I think he's better.
And Garnacho, I feel like he's got a higher ceiling. He's got a higher
but
ceiling than Pedro
Neto's
Neto.
more like
Mate, Garnacho's only 20 years old.
I know, but I'm just saying Neto's more what's the word I'm looking for?
Larry.
Yeah, but he's there already. He doesn't need nothing. He doesn't need nothing more.
I don't know.
He's
Well,
there.
okay.
He's a finished product. No,
Yeah, that's the word.
All right.
Finished
Well,
product,
Chelsea paid 88 million for Mudryk then.
That was a punt.
Yeah, that was a bump. And also, that's because two clubs were going for him. Because we drived up the price because we wanted him.
No, I think we swear.
Listen,
He's banned now, isn't he? He got caught with some sort of.
You lot paid
substance he shouldn't
65
have.
million for Havertz, right? Garnacho's worth more than that now, I'd say.
Nah.
I think he is.
Why?
But hold on.
Do you know what?
When you
People
lot
are harsh
bought,
on Havertz.
I'll tell you
I'm
why.
gonna start defending
Why
Havertz.
is
I'll
he
tell you
worth-
why. I'll tell you why.
why
I'll
is
tell
he
you why.
worth more?
Because when you bought Havertz, what was he
Yeah.
doing for Chelsea? Nothing. Absolutely
He was one of their
nothing.
most dangerous players.
No,
Yeah,
he
but
wasn't. No, he was
he
absolutely not one of their most dangerous
Ask
players.
Chelsea players.
No, I've got Chelsea
Ask
mates.
Sean, they rate,
I've got
they-
no. I've got Chelsea season ticket holder mates.
They rate Havertz.
Don't care.
He's an
I've got
intelligent
Chelsea
player.
season ticket mates.
He's
Shout
not
out you
shit.
boys. You know who you are.
Havertz ain't shit, bro.
And
why does everybody think Havertz?
no.
is shit? He's
I'm
not a
saying you
shit
paid
player.
65 million for
But he's
him.
not a rubbish player.
know
He's an
what?
intelligent football player.
Yeah, well-
do you watch him play?
Yeah, of course I watch him play.
So, yeah, but he's not shit.
But
can't- so-
I wouldn't say. I think Garnacho's got a higher ceiling than him and Pedro Neto. Personally, I think he's got a higher
He
ceiling
got
than them both.
13 goals last season, Havertz. 13 goals
conversion
and
rate
7
was-
assists.
His conversion rate in the
And
Prem
his
last
work
season
rate.
was 40%.
Was how much?
Sorry?
40.
Whose?
Havertz. And
40% in the Premier
hold
League.
on. This is what it's saying here, and
Hoyland.
was 25.
So where did you get your stats from, mate?
That was on
I've
Stat
seen
View.
it. I've seen it.
Mate,
I've seen
you
it
You
before.
was
don't,
on
yeah,
Stat
you don't
View, so
even
he
need
just
to
went-
like look at stats to know that is true, mate. And this season he's got 8 goals, 2 assists.
How old is Havertz? No.
23, 24?
No,
not
he's
even
older
that
than
far.
that.
Yeah, he's at 25. He's
Mate, and
25.
do you know
25.
no one covers more distance than Havertz in the Premier
wow.
League this season as
Yeah.
well.
So he's
Get him
not
on the
even that
Olympic
much
team.
older than
There you go. Rasmus Højlund has scored 22% of his shots in the Premier League this season, scoring. Okay, this was last season, mind.
I told you he was on
Okay.
25%.
No.
this season.
Havertz, Højlund was on 22%. Havertz was on 20%. There you go.
When was that tweeted?
This was in May last year. May of last.
So back-
May
I've got a
last year.
question.
So the end of last season.
When
So,
go on 1 second. When Havertz was Garnacho's age, Havertz was doing bits.
yeah, he was. I agree. But has he improved? Has he gotten better now? I
He
think
was doing
Havertz.
bits, though, and
don't
he's still
care.
an intelligent,
So
good
what? And
football
Garnacho's
player.
not been doing bits.
No,
Garnacho's
not like
got
that. Not like
arguably
that.
the
Not
greatest
like that, though,
goal
man.
in Premier League history. Arguably, it's up there now.
No, it's
No,
not,
it's
man.
not.
100%
It's
it's
a
up
beautiful
there.
goal, but I mean,
Yeah,
Havertz
it's up there.
has scored a goal in the Champions League final and has a medal to show for it as well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's fine. But
pretty good,
what?
aren't
And what did he do since then? What's he done since then?
Bagging
Signed for Arsenal.
loads
Yeah,
of goals
so
and in the
65.
title
So
race.
you think Havertz was worth 65 million? You're happy with that? You think, yeah, that's
I
a
think
great
50,
investment?
I think 50 million.
This is what I'm saying. How much you paid for Garnacho? 100 grand?
Yeah, but we don't believe a lot
But
of players
for-
are worth what they're really worth.
Yeah.
In this, today's market.
But
So
my
it is what it is.
do you not think Garnacho's got a higher ceiling than Havertz?
No.
You don't think so? You think Havertz got a higher ceiling than Garnacho? You think Havertz
Tone's
can go
got
on
high
a
standards, mate.
So if-
I think Garnacho, what you see is what you get right now. I think that he's the best he's ever
He's
going
like
to be.
Martinelli. They're
that's-
the same. They're
nah,
like
no way.
Martinelli
No,
2.0.
you will
The
see.
same, man.
You will
When
see.
Martinelli
You will
came
see.
out, he was this
Garnacho's
great
not
one.
gonna
You'll
get
see.
better.
Remember
You'll
Martinelli
see.
when he first came out?
You
Running through
remember
Chelsea,
remember
but he's
Garnacho's
throwing
playing.
headers, he was brilliant.
Garnacho's playing out of position
Okay.
now as well because he's a natural winger. He's not number 10, and he's definitely not a wing back. So no.
But then when Martinelli come
If
through,
and
he
when-
came
He's
through the
just
middle.
slightly more
All right.
inside.
Do you know what? We will
He's
come.
slightly
We
more-
will
he
come back
comes
to this
inside.
It's
conversation.
the same. There's no
We'll come back to
difference
this
in
conversation.
Martinelli and Garnacho. They're the
Garnacho
same
comes
player,
inside a lot off the wing anyway to get shots off. So if anything, playing in that inside 10 is slightly better for him because he's
No,
gonna do,
because he
he's gonna do-
starts on the outside when he's not being marked, so he can either drag the fullback out, which allows a centre forward more space, or
You're centre
splitting the
forward, so
defenders.
shit movement.
Regardless, that's his job. That's Garnacho's job. So when you're starting on the inside, this is what Amorim was saying. He needs to learn how to play on the inside because he's not very good on the inside. He needs to improve. He's better out wide because he's an actual winger.
Garnacho, since he burst onto the scene from your team, has not improved.
Yes, he has. Of course he's improved.
He's
improved.
In what way?
What's he done? What's he done in his game?
He's maturing. He's maturing slowly. He's getting better. You could obviously when you first burst onto the scene, no one really knows what you're about. So naturally, you're going to look effective, like you said, a bit like Martinelli. But Garnacho, I feel like his ceiling is a lot higher. He will improve. Maybe he's not. You guys might not see him week in, week out, but physically he's improved for starters. Do you understand?
I don't
want to hear physically. I want to hear technically.
When he first started,
you go to the gym. I want to see how's your touch, how's your football IQ, how's your dribbling.
Okay.
His touch isn't very good. His dribbling isn't very good. Football and IQ, when to make passes.
Okay.
I got a question for him after going.
No.
Very good. You saw the pass yesterday. His shooting. I will praise him for his shot production, but he shoots way too much from
that I agree with.
Where he
which he'll improve. But remember, he's only 20 years old still. You lot make it out as if.
Age as
hold
an
on, one second.
Look at Saka.
You lot make it out. Wait, hold on.
Saka.
Guys, you lot make it out as if Garnacho's been in a team for 4 or 5 years. He's not. He's only been there. This is his second or third full season now. You understand?
He was 17. He was coming off the bench at 17.
Yeah, exactly. He was exactly a young age. Young age. Yeah, but Saka's 23 now. Saka's 20.
But it's the age.
But I'm not comparing Garnacho to Saka.
No, but you're saying age. You're throwing this age argument, and Saka's been carrying Arsenal at a young age on the wing, carrying.
That's because you lot didn't have enough quality in your team.
So
do you understand? I know we don't.
Why is he not carrying us? Why is he not carrying?
Because he's a different player to Saka. They're different kinds of players. Just because they're white, but it doesn't matter. Just because they're white. Yeah, but Saka wants the ball to his feet. Garnacho can play through. He can play.
An excuse. There's no service. What is Garnacho's excuse? He's just like Martinelli. There's no excuse.
I've just told you, when he was playing out wide, when he was playing from the right last season, he was ripping defenders.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. 100% he was. But he is. I'm telling you he is. But now he's playing as a number 10. He's having to change his formation. Saka's playing under the same manager the whole time he's been at Arsenal. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Yes, he has.
He's played under...
Who brought him through? Was it...
Emery brought him through.
Emery brought him through. And how long did he play under Emery?
I don't know.
Was he coming in fits and spurts here and there?
He was playing left back. We had a problem at left. He was playing left back for a long time.
Under Arteta, he's been playing exactly the same position for 5 years. He knows his job. Garnacho's played from the left. He's played from the right. Now he's playing as a 10. There was rumours that he might have to play wing back as well.
You can't use age as an excuse.
Of course you can use age as a reason. Of course you can.
You're talented. It doesn't matter about your age.
Well, then I'm going to use age as an excuse for Odegaard then because he's very young.
Come on, man.
No, he's not very young. Odegaard's 25. Odegaard's been playing first team since he was 16 years old.
Garnacho's
Garnacho's been playing for 3 years. He's been playing for 3 years. Are you seriously using Odegaard as like you throwing his name in there?
Very young.
How old is Odegaard? He's 25. Yeah, but I'm talking. Okay, if Garnacho hits 25 and he's still where he is, okay, fair enough. He's 20 years old, man.
26 actually.
Yeah, exactly. You can't throw Garnacho. He's 1 year younger than Rashford.
The game's changing.
26 is
thinking about his pension now.
Right. Anyway, this conversation's gone proper west.
Guys, what do you think about Garnacho anyway? Let us know if he's if it's his age or is there room for him to improve? Because I don't.
Of course, you can't tell me that a player at 20 years old has reached his full ceiling, full potential. His shooting will improve. His decision making will improve. He's as I said, he might get quicker. He might get stronger. Christian, hold on. Do you know what? I mean, I'll tell you. Look, right now.
We just agreed.
No. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Let me tell you right now. I watched Cristiano Ronaldo at 18 years old, right? My mates were saying he's a one-trick pony. He can't do nothing. He's this, he's that. No, he's useless. Van Nistelrooy had a beef with him in training because he wouldn't deliver the ball quick enough, right? Between 18 to 20, Cristiano Ronaldo was a skillful winger. That is it.
You can't compare.
Right? No, I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing them in terms of a ceiling. I'm saying I'm giving you an example.
You can't.
1 second. Cristiano Ronaldo worked. He worked and he worked and he got better and better and better. When he hit 21 after the World Cup, he hit 23 goals that season in all competitions. He won us his first title. 1 second in 4 years. Okay. No, it's not relevant. But then he started exploding.
He was rated though.
What do you mean? So Garnacho was rated as well at 18.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's
been rated.
But hold on.
He's been rated.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He wasn't. United found Ronaldo when they went to scout Ricardo Quaresma. By the way, that's how they found Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, that's when they found Cristiano Ronaldo.
They looked at him and knew he was.
Yeah, but he was just. I'm just telling you. All the media was saying he's a one-trick pony. He dives. He goes down too easily. He's this. He's that. He's only got one skill. He does step overs and he can't deliver, he can't score goals.
They're gonna kill
and
you
then
for this.
and then no, they're not gonna kill me for this. I'm saying to you, for 2 years he was getting rinsed by the media. I remember this. If it was on socials, let me tell you now. If it was on socials,
makes him 20.
if social media right now,
That's 20.
okay,
Yeah, go on.
if social media's around in Cristiano Ronaldo's day, he would have been hounded out of Old Trafford because they would have been booing him every time he went down and he stayed down and this and that, all the tricks. But then he started working. He got physically stronger. He got better. He got technically better. His decision making improved. Obviously, to be fair, he had the best manager in the world on his side. He had top players on his side, which is what helped his development. And I'm not saying Garnacho's going to hit Cristiano Ronaldo levels. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying give a player time and then see where he gets to.
We've given
If we're
him 3
20,
years.
if we're still here
Can I
at
say
23, 24, okay, and
I wanna
Garnacho
think
hasn't really improved, then you can come back to him and say to me, okay,
All
fair,
right.
and then
I
I'll
wanna
say
back
fair
him. I
enough.
wanna back
There
him
was
a
one
little
thing. In Ronaldo's time, football was different now.
Yeah, I understand that. I
Very,
understand
very,
that.
very, very different time
Yeah.
he was playing football.
Okay,
So I don't think the argument stands. Man.
but it does stand because I've given you a
It's
prime
no, but
example.
it's different
It doesn't
times.
stand.
It's a different
Why
time
does it not
frame.
stand? Tell me why it doesn't
Because
stand.
it's a different time.
It
frame
doesn't
of
matter.
football.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
why
The way
does it-
football's played, go on.
Why it doesn't stand is one, you've just said right there, Ronaldo, 2 years, he would have been hounded out by the media, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got him at 18. That makes him 20. Garnacho's age right now. So we should be seeing, by your
Mm-hmm. But players,
logic,
no.
let me-
I'm not.
let me finish.
No. It's not identical. I'm
by
saying they
your
can develop
logic-
at different times.
By your logic, we should be seeing some improvement from Garnacho around this time, which we haven't. Secondly,
No, I'm cool, man.
Ronaldo is an outlier amongst outliers. You're
He's
talking.
wearing eyeliner as well, man. Are you wearing eyeliner
Stop,
on your
stop
left
the
eye?
jokes.
Sorry.
Are you coming for me now? Yeah.
No, I actually want to
You're
back
coming
you up
for
a
me
bit.
now.
Sorry for interrupting.
No,
Sorry.
Ronaldo's an outlier amongst outliers, right? You're talking about arguably the best player to ever play football
Mm-hmm.
at the absolute pinnacle. A guy who's a
That's what I'm saying,
machine,
can't
a
compare
machine
it.
physically.
But
a machine
you're
mentally-
misunderstanding the
mentally
comparison.
as well,
mentally.
Yes,
And
you're
you know what-
misunderstanding
and
the
you know what he said as
comparison,
well,
guys.
You
But yeah,
can't-
go on.
But you can't because he's mentally
one of the
different.
things he said,
Yeah.
right? He was asked about when I can't remember if it was after his first season or when it was basically, but he got asked about scoring goals versus when he used to do all the skills and stuff, and he said, well, he realized doing all those skills doesn't win you games, and then he switched to being a goal machine. So once again, goes back to his mentality. Garnacho doesn't have that, and he doesn't have the ability. If you saw Garnacho at 18 the way Fergie saw Ronaldo, you're not going to sit there and not leave until you sign him.
So the
Where
other
story
thing that I'll
goes.
say to you guys, I've watched Ronaldo interviews. He took a bit from Roy Keane. He took a bit from Van Nistelrooy. He took a bit from Ryan Giggs, from Gary Neville, from the boss. You're
This
talking
is the
about
worst
top.
example. You can't
No, it's not.
use
It's not.
Ronaldo
One
as a-
second.
like, it's
One
just-
second. It's not the worst
because
example.
Ronaldo's a
If-
goal.
No. The
And you know
problem
what
with
the
you
worst
lot
thing
is one second.
Garnacho's trained with Ronaldo and Messi.
The problem is hold on one second,
Club and international.
guys. The problem is when I sit there and give you comparisons, I'm not comparing Garnacho to Ronaldo in terms of attribute for attribute or.
No, but you're
that's not what
saying
I'm comparing.
Ronaldo
I'm giving you an
evolved into
example.
this player.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
I know.
But
But
he's
what I'm saying to you
mentally
is,
different. That's the point we're
okay,
saying.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say to you is, different players give them time. You guys are trying to say Garnacho's reached the ceiling. He's not good enough at 20 years old. Jesus, come on,
done.
are we for
Right,
real?
let's look at it a different way. This is the point I want to make because I kind of want to come to Frank's rescue
Garnacho's
a
gonna
little
end
bit.
up at like Wolves or something.
Let's look at this a different way.
I'm telling you.
Let's look at this a different way,
Brian.
right?
No disrespect.
Let's talk about players that have had a renaissance in their later years. Let's look at it that way. Let's turn it round completely. So, for example, it might not be a good example. Chris Wood, okay? How old's Chris Wood? Yeah,
32.
and now he's like smashing goals in the Prem. Was in a title race until a couple of weeks ago. Like, let's think of some other examples of players that did nothing until the latter stages
Ian Wright.
of their career. Ian Wright, very good example. When you coming on, bruv.
Yeah, but that's different again.
No. It's
Ian Wright, because he lived in a time where there was a lot of, within football, it was harder for like black people to break through. And,
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah, I
it's a
understand.
bit different for him, I believe.
I understand.
Personally.
Okay, you also made the argument that football was different back then. Let's
100%.
think
Let's
about
keep it more up
players.
to date.
The other thing with your argument, right, is you never see the two extremes in how you're arguing. So you never get a player was meant to be a wonder kid or
Put on the pedestal.
or highly
Iron
rated.
Robben. There's
highly rated.
an example for you. Iron Robben, when he first came, he was just injured all the time. He wasn't really playing. Then when he hit he went to Real Madrid, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Didn't work out for him.
injuries-
And then he
injuries-
went to Bayern, and that's when he flew.
injuries-
No, but
Injuries
for-
different.
but-
We're talking about actually playing. You never get a player that's highly rated young.
Frank Ribery.
Let me get to the mic.
He's been a baller.
At 22, he was still playing. Listen,
he was a baller.
Like I said, Gundogan was still playing for Nuremberg at 21, 22, and then he went to Dortmund, and that's when he exploded in his early to mid 20s, and then when he went to his mid 20s, that's when he came to Man City.
He doesn't look like he has that.
That's
talent.
not even.
You know that some players they look like they can do it, but it's just the system with the manager.
I've just given you like 2 or 3 other examples, by the way.
But he doesn't look like he's got it in
No,
him.
you haven't.
You lot. No. The only thing that's winding me up
on the biggest stage. Garnacho's been at not Madrid, United, biggest stage from 17, right? Playing in your team. You're giving us the example of Gundogan being at whoever, Nuremberg or whatever, at 20 and then going to Dortmund. It's different.
That's getting discovered.
But then he went to but then he went to Man City. But then he went to Man City.
This is what I'm trying to say. You don't get a player that gets highly rated from like 18, 17 or whatever that's meant to be a wonder kid, or you're like, this kid's going to be somewhere, and then they don't flourish into who they're meant to be for like 3-4 years, and then they then burst onto the scene at like back onto the scene at like 27. You don't get that. You either get they're young and like Mbappe, for example, young, meant to be a wonder kid, you can see it, and then they go on that trajectory.
What about
or like
what about De Bruyne? What about Salah? Like they were kind of like. Do you know what I mean? What about them two?
Listen, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
But that's Chelsea just kind of being a bit of a mess.
Can we agree on one thing? He's not reached his ceiling at 20. Can we agree with that? There's potential. There's potential that he could grow and still become a top player. Can we not agree with that? Okay, fair enough.
I'm not going to say he can't.
That is my argument.
I don't see it.
That is my argument.
I say the same thing about Saka, by the way. I think Saka has reached his pinnacle. I don't think he will ever get.
It's pretty bloody good there.
No, I'm not saying Saka's
got
a bad
levels,
player, but I'm saying Saka's not going to get any better than what he is. That season he had like
good enough, though.
2
That's
seasons.
good enough.
If you had another 1 or 2 Sakas in the team, you'd be flying.
You know what is with Saka? Before he wasn't finishing. He used to miss a lot.
Now he finishes.
No, he's clinical.
That's what we all said. Once he finishes, he's going to be.
But you could say that about. This is what I'm saying. You could say that about someone like Garnacho because he can beat a player.
Because he doesn't look like he's not as dangerous as Saka.
Oh, here's an example, but actually, no, it's not a good example. It's a goalie, Martinez. But like that's because you're just stuck as a number 2 or number 3. Yeah, I'm trying to.
So Ahmad, what about Ahmad? Has Ahmad not been good this season?
You never get a renaissance.
Has Ahmad not been quality? So what was Ahmad doing for the last 3 years? He was at Sunderland. He was at Rangers. He's at 21, 22 now. Now he's started to perform for Man United.
Yeah, but he's carrying your team.
Exactly.
So
this is no, but that's what I'm saying to you. So Garnacho's he's still only 20, man. He's still young.
Been in the team.
You can't be arguing about Ahmad as well. You paid 40 million for him.
We didn't pay 40 million. We paid 25. We paid 25 million. And if we go and win this and win that, which we're not going to do, he's going to go to 37 million. We've not paid. Do you understand?
So 37 mil.
Yeah.
So you believe Garnacho's got to leave then?
No, I'm not saying he's got to leave. I'm saying he's not reached his potential. But the way that we're playing, the way that we're playing, if he goes to Chelsea, watch what happens. Watch what he does.
What?
You'll see. Watch what he does.
It's going to be like
because the way that they play, he's got so much space to play in.
You just said that with so much confidence.
Yeah, I am confident because I know what I'm seeing.
£100.
I know what I'm seeing. On what? No, I'm not doing this for anything again.
Him going to Chelsea and flopping.
No, he's not going to flop. He will not flop.
To Murphy's.
So Jacob Murphy's, yeah.
He got an assist on the weekend, by the way.
Yeah, he got another assist. Yeah.
Come on, he owes me money. You're not going to pay him now.
I'll pay you. No. Just calma. Let's see what happens first.
This guy's ceiling's here, bro.
More like guy.
All right, I don't think we've got time. All right, cool. One more thing we're going to jump into quickly. Right, Sol Campbell, Rio Ferdinand had a great debate about strikers.
Yeah, I mean, this is an argument that we have on the pod all the time. The level of play, like they were saying that just the level of players that they were facing was so much better.
I'm a bit flustered with Frank. The level of players they play against, they were saying that the level they played against was a lot better than today.
I agree.
And Frank's got a list of players,
So I've got a list of players, of strikers, not necessarily all world class, but players that I feel like in this day and age, when you look at players that are scoring goals, and no disrespect, by the way, but Wissa, Chris Wood, obviously, people talk about Isak being as one of the best strikers in the world. But if these guys were playing in this day and age, they'd be making serious moves in Europe and in football.
You're going to take us down a trip down memory lane.
I'm going to take you, trip down memory lane, yeah. So, obviously, we got Michael Owen, Alan Shearer, Robbie Fowler, Nicolas Anelka, Ian Wright, your guy, Dwight York, Dwight York, Teddy Sheringham,
Don't know about that one.
Solskjaer.
Hey, come on, don't
About
throw
that one.
shade
Don't know
at
about
Teddy.
Solskjaer.
You're showing
either.
your
Bench
age there.
merchant.
Solskjaer.
He won the treble,
Solskjaer
mate.
is better than who?
I'm not saying he's better than anyone, but that guy could finish.
No, but
That guy knew how to finish.
A minute ago, you just
said
said-
better than.
You just went. They'd be making
If-
serious
if-
moves in Europe
If,
right now.
if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was playing in modern day football, mate, he'd be slapping some serious goals in.
Bagsman.
I'm telling you right
Cap.
now. Yeah.
Cap.
Patrick Kluivert, his
Ryan
son's
Babel,
not doing
who's
too
that?
bad. Vincenzo Montella, do you remember him?
Nah, Montella.
Fiorentina,
Fiorentina,
Roma,
Ah, yeah. I do remember him now.
proper
actually.
player.
Is he number 7?
Number 9.
Number 9.
Mark Viduka,
Have you got Vieri in there?
Yeah, he does.
That left foot, mate.
Dennis Bergkamp,
Viduka, mate.
Bergkamp, the Ice Man.
Yeah.
Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
Here's one
Your
for
boyfriend.
you. Hernan Crespo.
Yeah, I love Crespo.
Big, he'll be a big money mover.
One of my favourite players here, Batistuta.
Yeah.
Revolution stuff.
That guy was, beast. Henrik Larsson,
Yeah.
Diego
That
Forlan.
was
Did he
massive
come
when
to
he
the
went.
Prem though?
Yeah, he went to
Who's
United,
that?
mate.
No,
Last
he was
year.
in
On loan, only on loan.
Shaved off
yeah.
his dreads and went
Crespo,
to
Crespo
Old
played for
Trafford.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Crespo played for Chelsea.
He
Yeah.
did very well at Chelsea.
Diego Forlan, who actually won a Pichichi, which
He
is
was
like
a-
European
We just
goal
named
scorer
Man
award.
United strikers.
No.
Yeah.
Francesco Totti,
Ah, bro.
Del Piero.
Del Piero is one of my favourites of
He's like
all
a centre
time, mate.
forward. Though,
What did he
isn't
say about inflation? Gianfranco Zola.
Yeah, no. Can we go back to sorry,
Del Piero.
absolutely. Can we please go back to Del Piero? One of my
Wallah.
best memories. I was in Zante for my end of finishing school. I was 18 years old, finishing school. It's 2006 World Cup, and he scored a brace, I think, against Germany in the semi-final of the World Cup to send us through to the
Yeah,
final.
yeah.
He nearly didn't go. The coach nearly didn't take him. He had a
I remember
shaved
that.
head.
I remember that. Yeah.
I've got that. I'll wear that top next week, mate. That
Wait, are you
top
part
that won the World
Italian?
Cup. I'm half Italian, yeah.
So that's olives, you mad man.
What do you think the banner was?
You know what, they call me for Chevy.
joking.
Nah.
How much you
That
think?
sounds like the Cliver thing, innit?
Look, did you clock I brought this as well? Look, this is my Cagliari shirt here.
That's my
Nice.
Antonio as well.
That is
name.
nice.
How
Yeah,
much
it's my
you
middle
think-
name, isn't it?
How much you think Del Piero would be worth?
Oh,
Oh,
That's
I mean,
another thing.
80
If
mil?
these players
nah,
are worth,
come on.
500 million release
Over
clause.
100 mil. Over 100
Easy,
mil.
innit?
yeah, of course.
over 100
easy,
mil.
130
Well, if you
mil,
think about
easy.
it, United were going for him in the 90s and he was 20 odd mil.
in the 90s.
In the 90s.
No, let's think about how much Bale went for 90 million to
Yeah,
Real Madrid in
yeah.
what year?
Yeah.
2000.
Hazard went for 107 million.
2009.
Well, I mean, to be
Who's
fair,
a better
Hazard
player,
was...
Bale or Del Piero? I'd say
Mate,
Del Piero.
I don't know because Bale for me is such a disrespected
Yeah,
footballer.
I agree.
Tottenham,
I agree with what he's
I
saying.
agree with that. I'm not throwing shade on Bale. I'm just saying Del Piero is. I mean, obviously,
But like
idol
Bale,
for me,
man.
but-
Didn't he play left back at first?
Bro,
Who? Yeah, he did.
Bale went
He did.
from being left back
Yeah.
at Tottenham. They didn't
What,
win a
Southampton?
game.
It's that
any
Inter
time.
Milan game that changed his life.
Played.
Yeah, I remember that record.
Ended
Yeah.
Was it a
Mike-
hat-trick? Was it a hat-trick?
Yeah.
Against
Like
Maicon.
3 of the same goals.
Maicon was, by the way, Maicon was arguably the best right back in the world at that
Yeah.
time.
Ended his
Arguably.
career.
Top 3.
Destroyed
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Right.
Go on, carry on, innit?
David Trezeguet.
Baller.
Baller, Juve.
Baller.
I signed him on like.
Listen, bro.
I used to play.
love a computer
I
game
used to
story,
play
go on.
manager mode on FIFA. Yeah, that used to be my shit.
Everybody did, man.
No, but like,
Yeah.
because people play football manager. I played
No,
manager mode on FIFA.
FIFA, you signed
Bro,
players, yeah.
It was like FIFA 06, FIFA 07, first transfer window. I signed Trezeguet on a free. On a free.
And what, he must have done
I
serious
can't believe, you know, when
yeah.
you check the free, you're like, who's available? I see Trezeguet, I was like, nah, wages
Yeah,
all the way up.
Right. Raul.
Baller.
Rivaldo.
I wonder, he
He won the Ballon d'Or, didn't he?
Hasselbank.
Rivaldo's
Yeah.
also a winger.
Kanu.
Yeah.
How good was Kanu
Yeah,
on
see,
his day?
that's what I was going to say, Connor, because this is an era, right, where a lot of these names you're mentioning were like the second and third striker
This
in
is
a
what I'm
team.
saying. Yeah,
And
this
they
is
would
what I'm saying.
come on to like
Still
change
bad,
a name. And now Arsenal can't even sign. Do you know what I mean? Like we were going through a couple of weeks ago a list of what strikers.
Well,
are-
Kanu was second fiddle to Bergkamp and Henri.
So what is it? Is it like is it the tiki taka like sort of pet ball that's like killed off the striker? And ironically, he's got possibly the world's best striker. He's the only one with a striker that can. That's kind of like a traditional 9, but it's kind of his football that's kind of killed off that kind of player.
Yeah,
Is that ironic?
arguably, yeah.
No, I think everything just goes around. It's sort of like fashion, you know.
Yeah.
You went from having all these strikers to sort of everyone wanted, like a tiki taka, like an Aguero, like a David Villa sort of false 9, Firmino type of player. Now the fashion for strikers at the minute is going back to big bulky. You've got
Yeah.
Hoyland, sort of
time.
Nunes, physical striker.
Havertz,
Gyökeres,
Rudd.
Havertz. Yeah, I mean,
Osimhen.
I'm not going to whack wood in
But
there.
like
But
people like Kane, Kanu, Kanu, Trezeguet, these people are sitting on the bench and coming on.
I'm not done yet, by the way. There's
Sorry,
some more top names, right?
there's definitely some nostalgia in there as well. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Come on.
Christian Vieri,
Mate, what a player.
Jermaine
man.
Defoe,
Underrated.
Yeah, mate.
Underrated,
Underrated.
yeah.
Underrated,
Players, man.
mate.
Berbatov,
Yeah, Silky.
Andy Cole,
Yeah.
obviously Thierry Henry.
Why you wait so long?
Yeah, why are you
It's-
waiting
it's-
so
No,
long?
it's not in order. It's not in order.
You've read it like 100 Man United names.
Shevchenko.
Shevchenko when he was at AC Milan.
AC Milan. Shit.
Brazilian Ronaldo,
Yeah, come on.
Van Nistelrooy,
Poacher.
Adriano,
Baller.
Wayne Rooney, Eto'o,
Baller.
Drogba,
Take me back, mate. Take me back.
Closer. You remember Miroslav Klose
Yeah,
still up?
Klose,
Yeah,
mate. He's got like a mad. Has he got one of the records for like World Cup goals?
I think so. Yeah, he's
He was
got
just
yeah,
at
most
every
World Cup goals. Yeah,
for,
But do you know
for
the
years and
argument
years
with
and
this? Some of these players in the Prem didn't perform.
yeah, but Shevchenko came a bit later on. To be fair,
Shevchenko didn't
Yeah,
perform.
Batistuta,
Crespo didn't perform.
I don't think
no,
Eto'o
Crespo
did.
did.
I think Larson did all
Crespo
right.
did.
Larson did all right when he
Eto'o
was on
didn't
loan.
perform in the Prem, I don't think he did.
No.
Crespo
Chelsea.
definitely
did
did.
all right.
He scored a
Yeah,
hat
but
trick
he
against
didn't-
United.
he
Not
wasn't
those
like
levels,
Barcelona.
but they always come at
like
Just
Yeah,
a few
he's
more
really
guys,
well.
yeah. David Villa,
Yeah.
obviously Zlatan. I think he came to the Prem a bit late,
He's
but he
still
was
balled
still
out,
yeah.
though.
Pippo
20
Inzaghi,
goals, like 34.
Flipping Inzaghi.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Poacher.
He's
Carlos
manager
Tevez.
of. He's like a really good manager as well.
no,
mate.
that's
He's
Simone
actually
Inzaghi. That's Inter Milan's
Ah,
manager. Yeah.
brother.
Carlos Tevez.
Set a record, by the way, this weekend.
Really?
Fastest manager to reach 200 wins.
Wow.
Wow. Torres,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Suarez,
Mm.
Aguero,
Some of
Jack.
these overlap, though. You're sort of
Yeah,
saying
yeah, they
these-
do, they
you're,
do.
You're saying these like they're all from.
Old school.
No, I
Yeah.
said from 90s all the way to like 2000s, and then you've got Dzeko, Benzema, Higuain, Falcao, and Van Persie.
Falcao. Who did Falcao play for you lot as well? though?
Atletico, Chelsea.
Listen, if
yeah,
you
yeah,
are a
yeah.
bit young,
He played
if
for
you are a
United
bit
as well,
young,
didn't
do
he?
your research.
Yeah, check
on
these
these
guys
players.
out.
Check them
man.
guys out.
Every
man.
single one of them, watch videos of them. Unbelievable, mate. What a time.
So 50 strikers I just named. 50 strikers.
Yeah, but they overlap.
And they overlap,
Some.
but
Mm.
I remember one thing. At the time, those centre backs, Sol Campbell and Rio Ferdinand, a lot of the time were playing against two up front, not just one striker. So now you kind of share the load, don't you? One will go and engage, and the other one will drop off and play sweeper. Back in them days, you had to both engage with two strikers a lot of the time.
4-4-2, innit,
Yeah.
yeah, like
straight
do you remember,
forward.
do you remember Little and Large, Defoe and Crouchy,
Yeah.
mate? That was a great
Heskey and Owen.
partnership. Yeah, yeah,
Flick on, innit?
Karun
Yeah.
have gone the hole.
yeah.
Yeah, Karuna Bonasig, another good one, yeah.
FIFA
So-
demons. They were FIFA demons.
Go back to 4-4-2, man.
I miss them days, man. You
Yeah.
had proper midfielders in there as well, innit? None of this three-man midfield covering, what I mean? You had enough legs with two man in there. They do the business.
4-4-2.
Well, we'll never know because we won't see it happen.
Not for a
Someone
while.
might do it. Someone might risk it and go back to it.
Yeah.
Back in
Good old
time.
days.
I'm gonna
Bring it back.
blow off some of those old PlayStations, man, and just relive these days,
So
man.
bored,
Blowing
we're
a
gonna
cartridge.
Blow nothing. Always saying some sus stuff up in here.
Trust
Can we
me.
get some predictions for the weekend?
Some predictions, yes. Let's get up the predictions. There's some big games, obviously.
We missed talking about Liverpool this week, by the way, but what's
Yeah.
the point? Because another 3 points
Where we at?
standard.
I mean, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. Forest against Brighton.
Oh, you're doing it, yeah?
I will be talking about Liverpool next weekend. Next week because you're
Let's
playing
start again.
Bournemouth, mate. Sorry, go on.
No, Forest against Brighton.
Who's going first? Go first.
Forest Brighton 2-2.
No, go on. Just do him first.
I'm going 2-1 Forest. I think they'll bounce back.
I'm going 1-1.
I'm going to go 1-1 as well.
Bournemouth, Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool.
Really?
I need Liverpool, please. Listen, my FPL needs you, yeah. Stop conceding goals.
And it's double game week as well.
Yeah.
It's double game week.
Yeah.
go on.
Where you
No, just
go?
fast.
I'm going 2-2.
I'm going 2-1 Bournemouth.
I'm also going 2-1 Bournemouth.
Oh,
We've
interesting.
done two
Wishful
teams the
thinking, I
same
think,
now.
there as well. But
Copy
you
me,
never know.
bruv.
Right. Everton, Leicester. I'm going 1-0 Everton.
I'm going 2-0 Everton.
Going 1-0.
Everton, Leicester. 2-2. 2-2.
Ipswich, Southampton.
I'm going to say Ipswich get the win here.
Score.
3-1 Ipswich.
2-0.
3-2 Ipswich. Goals. That game's going to have goals. That's
2-1 Ipswich.
I'm going 2-1 Ipswich as well. Yeah.
Tony Blue and Lily
Yeah.
Phillips right there.
Newcastle against Fulham.
That's a tough.
That's a tough one.
Fulham are so hit and miss.
Newcastle home.
2-1.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
I'll go 2-1 Newcastle as well, to be fair.
1-0
lazy.
Newcastle.
1-0 Fulham.
Wolves against Villa.
Oh, that's a big derby.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Wolves.
I'm going to go 1-0 Wolves as well.
I'm going to go 1-1 because Villa have got a big Champions League game in midweek. I think that'll take a lot out of them against Celtic. So I'm going to go 1-1.
Celtic. Come on.
It's England, Scotland though, isn't it? It's a big riot.
It's a 5:30 kickoff. I'm going to go 2-0 Villa.
Is that all of us? Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So Sunday, Brentford against Spurs. I'm going 2-1. I'm going to do a lot of 2-1s. 2-1 Brentford, yeah.
Your Cuban
4-2 Brentford.
What did you say?
4-2 Brentford.
3-1 Brentford.
Yeah, 3-1's a good. Yeah, 3-1 Brentford.
Man United against Palace.
1-0 Palace.
2-0.
What's so funny?
2-0 Palace.
He couldn't wait for that, could he?
He looked at Frank and like, 1-0 Palace. God.
I'm going... I can't say 2-1 again, can I?
You can.
2-1 United again. I'm going to go boring.
Don't follow his accumulators. So, I'm going to go 2-1 United.
He's coming for me.
I said 2-1 United.
Yeah, but that's what I said.
Oh, I think you said 2-1.
You're coming for me.
You're backing your
Come on,
team.
Would you
last two
think?
games.
What did you
last
say?
one, bro.
I said 2-0 Palace.
Oh, okay.
Last
Last
two.
one is Arsenal against Man City.
there's
Oh,
two
there's two more. Sorry.
but look, you
So
missing
Arsenal
out.
against
Big
Man
one there.
City.
Oh, God.
I think we'll do them. I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal.
I'm saying 2-2.
And 1 red card for Arsenal.
Michael Oliver's refereeing.
Michael Oliver's refereeing.
I'm saying 2-2.
No,
He's got the City colours on as well. Look.
I think 2-1 City. Marmouche is going to cause some problems. in
Yeah,
the
I
Prem,
think
by
so
the
as
way.
well. Yeah,
looks
yeah,
dangerous
you look
over
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to cause some problems.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
All right, and the last one, Chelsea against West Ham. I'm going 3-1 Chelsea.
I'm going 2-0. I love a
3-0
little tool
Chelsea.
this week.
3-0 Chelsea for me.
2-0 Chelsea.
Interesting.
I've done a lot of both teams to score in it.
Yeah.
I like a both
all of
teams
these
to score.
games, though, you can see that.
It
Yeah.
don't happen though. You've got to be Premier League, man. It doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of games.
Next thing you know, 3-3 every game, innit?
If that was the case, we'd be winning all the time, wouldn't we?
Both teams to score were a lot this
Goals
week.
galore, mate.
Mm.
All right, well, that's it anyway.
Look, we just conceded against Ipswich.
That's you lot, bro. Anyway.
Top of the league, Brev.
Right.
All right, drippy. All right. Wipe that chair down. Yo, all right. That was the On The Bench podcast. And yeah, episode 38. Hope you lot enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment,
Share.
share. Gonna share where you get your gel from.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can't say
KY jelly,
I'm
innit?
gonna say my mama. Right, Tom will be here next week. He's gonna be.
I'm starting my own podcast in the changing room.
Easy now.
Drippy subs. That's what we call
Shut
it.
up.
All right, yeah, that was On The Bench podcast. Hope you like, subscribe, comment.
Let us know if you think Garnacho's hit his ceiling as well.
Definitely has, man.
We got to click down, put that on the socials. France
Yeah,
ranks.
that's it. We
Rants.
Choked on a
Choking on something, ain't you?
TikTok.
Some
All right,
olives.
we'll be back next week. And yeah, that's it, guys. Love.